Okay, everybody, we are back yet again with Love at Stake, Chapter 4 of 21. Is the world ready for the new and improved Lucian Redgrave? Are you? So let's get right to it. It's time for Chapter 4 of 21. Here we go. Dating pointers, huh? As if Lucian needs any tips on seduction. You pull yourself from his arms, all too aware of how addictive his touch feels. Stay away, Amber. He's a vampire, not to mention a top client. I can't jeopardize my job for him. We provide a PDF with dating advice for first-time users. I'll send you a copy. His blue eyes fall to your mouth. I prefer the personal touch. This is getting into dangerous territory. I'll remind him how late it is. Let's do that. It's late, Lucian. Not to me, it's not. You don't have to be at work brightly and early and tomorrow morning. I won't keep you out long. The reason you want me to stay had better have something to do with fading match and improving your dating chances. Does it? No. But I promise I won't leave you with any regrets. You shake your head and take another step back, refusing to meet his gaze. Please be in my office an hour before your date tomorrow so we can run through the protocol. I have dinner arrangements and a car waiting. If you have any questions or concerns during the day, you have my number. All right, I can play by your rules. Just be warned, Amber, vampires like games. But when we play for keeps. His voice comes from behind you, now a sultry promise cutting through the chill of the night. And I always win. It's like, well, anyway, you show up at work the next morning, bright and early as promised. The entire office is abuzz with new clients hoping to meet Lucian. Chloe, your favorite co-worker, marches through your door with her arms full of flies. We might need to hire extra help. Wow. Oh, geez. Do you need a hand? That's just all you need a hand. Let's do that. Oh, Siri, please. You hurry over to her and take half of the stack from her, setting your pile on the desk. Where's Vivian? Aren't these her files? She is. Everyone's helping out. You both look down at the 30 or so files still littering your desk and sigh and in a unison. A computer algorithm normally sets up your matches, but Vivian instead insisted the staff do this job by hand. Really? Nothing can go wrong when it comes to Lucian. And this is just today's batch of interested parties. Hoping to meet Lucian? Which file should we look at first? Grabbing a handful of folders, you flip through the cover pages and scan the client's bios. Let's take a look at Chaos Demon. Let's pick that. Who doesn't like a little chaos to spice up their life? I'll tell you who, Lucian Redgrave. He's all about order and control. What a man wants in this day-to-day life might be different from what he wants in his bedroom, you know. Trust me on this one. You reach for another folder. Next up is Nymph. Let's do that, whatever that means. Chloe snatches the folder from your hand. I like the look of this nymph. She's gorgeous. And brainless as ever. You know how those nymphs are. They can't even keep their clothes on in public. Sounds like a fun date to me. He's far too old-fashioned for that. You chuck the folders into the newly designed reject pile. You're being a rather picky, aren't you? Oh, she might. I get it now. Let's just keep looking. We only have a month and every match has to be perfect. The two of you continue looking through the files in silence for several minutes. Before you know it, half of your share of files are on the no pile and only one has landed in the yes pile. Chloe stops. What are you doing? And looks at you growling. No pile on the floor. Okay, spill the dirt. How do you know the most powerful vampire in the city this well so quickly? Well, I just know how to match people. Let's do that. See what she says. You pick up another file and hope this is explanation enough. Lucian has certain likes and dislikes. Any matchmaker who looks at his profile knows that much. And I've worked here 5 years, so I've learned a thing or two in my time. Chloe looks at you with a raised eyebrow. She grabs the first folder from the top of your no pile. Marion the Harpy. What's wrong with her? Marion has no sense of humor. Lucian needs someone who's not so serious, someone to open him up a bit. And how do you know that? It doesn't say anything about sense of humor on his profile. I'm good at my job. Apparently. Chloe gives you an appraising look. Have you slept with him yet? Uh-oh. No. Mind if I do? Wow. The thought of Lucian with your bubbly co-worker nearly turned your stomach. I'll play cool, keep her away from him. I'll play it cool, let's do that. I can't let her know that I'm interested in him. You force a smile and shake your head. You only have a 19% rating. I checked for you. Darling, sometimes love has nothing to do with it. If I'm not interested in forever right now is good enough for me. Wow. Speaking of which, have you replied to that sexy werewolf? Wow. This time the smile that spreads across your face is genuine. Not yet. I've been hesitating. The wolf's emails come in just before you are sent off on your newest assignment. Lucian makes it pretty hard to concentrate on anything but him. Let me see his details. Chloe, here, I'll give it to her. Why not? Scoot. Laughing, you hit a few buttons and bring up the werewolf's profile. Chloe gives her own wolf whistle. Wow, he's hot. She scans his bio page. Christian K, huh? What's your match rating with him? 96%. Wow. What? I know. You look at the computer again and can't help but smile. I never had such a high rating with anyone. Matches that high are rare for any species, yet somehow this ordinary human has come up with one. He's gorgeous and you're practically perfect for each other. Why aren't you jumping his bones already? Wow. Well, for one thing, I'm human. There's a reason you don't date much in the supernatural world. The most members you've met from that world have looked down on you for being human. If he contacted you first, I highly doubt Christian will care. Humans date supernatural sometimes. We do have a few human members, but their romances with supernaturals rarely end well. But you know how that usually goes, Chloe. Either the human transitions or the relationship ends. And I don't want to give my world or humanity. You should at least send the email. No one is asking you for a lifetime commitment. I'll think about it. You grab another dossier from the pile of folders and flip it open to a smiling Griffin. All her details check out against Lucian's preferences, so she makes it to the yes pile. Then you think again about the email from Christian again. Lucian is looking for the love of his life, so why shouldn't I? At the very least, a date would help me get out of my current rut. All right, I'll email Christian and ask if he wants to get a drink. Chloe gives you a knowingly smile. Good girl. Well, I guess that's all right. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Here we go. The rest of the day flies by as everyone in the office scrambles to set up Lucian's next 5 dates. Of course, none of the screened women turned down the opportunity to date the vampire Lord of New York. Lucian is supposed to meet me in less than an hour. Maybe I should change what I wear. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's see. I'm not going to spend nothing, so I'm going to keep what I've got. Here, I'll go with this. Whatever. I guess that's the same thing. I wouldn't want to upstage his date after all. There we go. You know, you look down at your watch and you realize that Lucian is due to arrive. He's late. Kicking off on the 11th rotation of your swivel chair, you replay last night's events in your head. I'm just not sure how I feel about all of this. Is this nerves, excitement, resentment? Let's say excitement. Let's do that. Sure, I'll probably be better off running for the hills, but the way he looks at me makes me want to sit and stay for a while. As the clock continues ticking, you start to think that there won't be time for much of anything before his date. Just as you're about to kick off on another rotation of the swivel chair, Chloe knocks at your office door. Client to see you. She gives you a wink and slowly saunters past Lucian on her way out. The room suddenly feels smaller when he walks in, crosses the office, and settles in the chair. My apologies, Melissa required my attention. You let a heartbeat pass, waiting for him to make a remark about last night. He watches you steadily, not a single clue on his face to give away his thoughts. Shouldn't we talk about it? I don't know if I'll get another chance tonight. Let's bring it up. Let's see what he does. Did I keep you out too late? For a vampire, it's not a late night unless the sun is about to threaten your very existence. As you flush in embarrassment, Lucian tones softens. But no, it was about a business matter. She should have been able to deal with it on her own, but she is still displeased with me. She, how do you humans say it again? Oh yes, giving me a hard time. You grin at the mental image of Melissa stomping over and dropping a mountain of files on Lucian's desk, or passive-aggressive rearranging his meeting. I wouldn't want to get on her bad side. He shares a fond smile with you. With or without fangs, Melissa is formidable. His smile grows wider. But it's an acceptable risk as long as I get to spend another night with you. Wow. The flash of heat that burns low in your stomach is undeniable, and you struggle to keep it at bay. Whoa, down, girl. Remember exactly why he's here. You're going to have to take a substitute instead. We've lined up a succubus as your date tonight. Whatever that is. He raises an eyebrow, and you're not sure if it's in surprise or sudden interest. Tonight, you are meeting Janie Scott at Chelsea's. You pass the woman's file to Lucian, and he starts flipping through it. She's a succubus, or whatever that is, I don't know what it is, from a Davish tribe and very popular among our members. Your match rating was a respectable 93%. Lucian pauses at the photograph of the beautiful blonde succubus. Well, this is awkward, reassuring. Let's do that. Let's do reassuring. He's taking our matchmaking service seriously. If we successfully fade and match, we'll recap huge benefits from this. But I was still hoping that last night meant something more. You clear your throat to get his attention. She's a corporate attorney, and her interests include dancing, adventure, sports, and of course sex. You give yourself a mental pat on the back for not fumbling or stampering the woman's introduction. It might have been funny the first few times it was explained to me, but Scooby will literally starve to death without sex. What? Jane's feeding schedule is usually on a 5-day rotation, but I'm sure you could come to a mutual agreement. If you decide to pursue things with her, of course. Fine. He tosses the folder back on the desk without a moment's hesitation. In fact, he suddenly seems to have lost interest altogether. He didn't even say anything about the feeding schedule, probably because he has no intentions of sleeping with her. Uh-oh. What the heck, what's he up to now? It doesn't matter, the entire office has worked way too hard to let this date flop. Did you bring a gift? Gift. It's typical among Faded Match clients to prepare a gift for their dates. It shows you're taking the date seriously with hopes of pursuing a relationship. Lucian doesn't seem impressed by the explanation. Do men give you gifts on a first date? Well, Mr. Yes. I guess if you count paying for the meal as a gift. No, I don't consider that as a gift. I guess I should try dating someone in the supernatural world one of these days. You reach under your desk. Let's see what we have on hand here. You pull out the bottom desk drawer and sort through the small pink boxes until you find the right one. You appear to be well stocked. Most of our clients prefer to purchase their welcome gifts through us. We've got something for every species. There are options. He doesn't know it. I'll explain it to him, tell him what he needs to know, explain. Let's see, I'll tell him what he needs to know. Let's do that. Let's see. Succubi are known for loving all things sparkly, so this bracelet should do the trick. You hand him the box, he quickly opens the lid before closing it again and putting the box aside. We can arrange gifts for all your dates for a small additional fee if you'd like. Good. Less for me to worry about. Take care of it however you feel it's best. He seems a little more than detached about all this. Do you have any questions about Janie before we leave? Love Sparkles has a thing for adrenaline 5-day feeding schedule. Wow, at least he's paying attention. All right, let's head to the restaurant. Faded Match has a strict rule regarding the first date. Pairs are always introduced by a rep to ease any initial tension. So once you make to the introduction, you'll have the rest of the night to wonder what he's doing with the succubus. That's it, succubus. That's it, what it is, yeah. Succubus. Anyway, after waving goodbye to Chloe, you and Lucian slide into the back seat of the company car. The car pulls away from the curb and you busy yourself with your files, not too aware of Lucian's presence next to you. It'll take us 15 minutes to get to the restaurant. Keep things professional. Succubi are the most active at night, like you. Janie has function during the day, but she gets tired easily. Amber. You don't bother looking at him, but there's a smile in his tone that spells trouble. Did I mention she donates her time at a children's charity? Amber. She's a talented horseback rider and has several horses boarded outside the city. You can bring up your mansion property. I'll bet she'll love how open it is. Strong hands grip your arms and waist, and you find yourself being tugged toward Lucian. Don't ignore me. You glance his way and immediately realize your mistake. The light off from the passing traffic plays off his pale face, suddenly captivating in his beauty. His lips quirk up into a smile and his eyes gleam wickedly. You're so serious tonight. His head dips as he inhales the scent of your hair. I want my Amber back. Wow. Okay, I'd say still the same Amber. We'll see what that does. His hands move up your arms and shoulders, his fingers skimming your collarbones. I have to touch you. You were so distant with your files and your gifts. You allow yourself to soak in his drugging warmth for a second longer before freeing yourself. Yes, those files and the gifts are for your date. We need to keep our relationship professional. You might find the love of your life in the next few weeks. I'm not going to let myself be the other woman. Wow. He leans towards you, not quite touching, but enough for you to feel his voice rumbling over your skin. You would not regret being my lover. Wow. You hold the file up. You hold the file folder up between you two as a barrier. Now, Janie requests this date, so it shouldn't be very hard to win her over. His long fingers capture your wrist. What if I don't want to win her over? Then, let's see. I'd win. You're wasting my time. Let's say you're wasting my time and see what he does. He drops your hand as if your skin burned him. You made a bet whether I could find you a mate in 1 month. If you don't keep your end of it and actually try to find her, then I win by default. You owed Faded Match and me everything you promised. Lucian glares at you, his annoyance clear. As you wish, then. Perhaps I'll find my love, the love of my life, this very night. As Lucian plucks up the folder from your fingertips, a heavy lump of regret weighs on your heart. I got my way, but why does it feel so awful? Oh, that's it. Man, that's disappointing. I thought it was going to be more. Anyway, there you have it. The love continues. We'll see how it goes from here. That was a very nice chapter. So, Love at Stake, Chapter 5, as always. Thank you so much for everything, for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow with Chapter 5. And have yourselves a great day now. Thanks for watching. Toodles!